Hallelujah. What the Lord placed in my heart today, it's music, movies, and your past. Okay, and let me get to what I'm talking about. See, and like I said, the Lord revealed these things to me a long time ago. But I would sit and I would talk to my wife, or I would talk to friends, and I would say, hey, and sometimes my wife would be like, man, you always gotta analyze something, or it's gotta and go back to the Lord. And sometimes that's why you can't talk to everybody what the Lord is showing you. Just wait, and the door will be open, and the Lord will eventually. Because now I've had my wife come and ask me questions. Hey, what did this mean or that mean? And then so, but anyway, getting to where I'm getting at is how the enemy, he loves to play with us. And I spoke on these things before, but this whole message is yes. I said it on my other videos of there is demonic activity behind music, behind movies, behind things that like I said, people that are so caught up in the world, or people that are in the church but are worldly. And when you try to speak on something like, hey, be careful what they're watching, or be careful what they're listening to, they'll get mad at you and say, oh, you're just taking this stuff too extreme. You just don't want, nobody had no fun. And I'm like, no, that's not real fun anyway, because you're going to wind up getting in bondage. And it's like I said on another video, I have seen the atmosphere change, and not realizing it now through my spiritual eyes. The Lord has shown me like I said, I've been with friends. I've been in things I shouldn't be doing, and a song will come on and it turned the atmosphere around. Like I said, there was people who wouldn't dance or do certain things when the music came on and a certain beat. Now I know it was a spirit, and it made people start dancing or doing things that they weren't doing when it was just silent, or it was something they didn't want to hear. When a certain song came on, these people like turned into a whole different person. I said, and at the time, I'm like, all right, hey. But as I got saved, the Lord revealed all these things to me. And I said, oh, okay. Because at the time, I didn't get, like, it didn't bother me one bit. Because like I said, they could play certain music or do certain things. Certain people didn't want to do nothing. But then once these songs or this stuff came on, they turned into a whole different person. I was like, all right, You see, but I didn't realize there was spirits just floating in the room around with me and other people, demonic spirits that want you to do things you have no business doing, because then it leads to all kinds of stuff, And so as I was watching, because, years ago, me and my wife, we had these movie channels. We still got some, but we just don't pay attention as much. And we'd watch movies because, I was fresh out. I wanted to show my wife, oh, we're changed. And so I started, because back in the day, like, I'm going to be honest, when I was in the world, I didn't want nothing doing no love movies. I was watching, violence, fighting. If there was some, other type of movie, yeah, but they're not really, though. I was really trying to see fighting and stuff like that. And if a movie did have a little sentimental message, okay, but it wasn't I was ready to see the violence and stuff like that. But anyway, as I got out years ago, I got married. Like I said, now this is going to be, our anniversary is coming up. Better not forget, 10 years. I've been married with my wife. So this coming up this year. This year, 2021. So I used to sit and watch, love stories, but I always realized and I noticed that in these movies, the main character between the woman and the man, they would wind up splitting up, go and have other relationships with other people, and then they would run into each other. Either one would be married or they'd both be married. And true love is that now they would start messing around with each other. And because they had never stopped loving each other. And as I'm watching these movies with her, I'm like, every single one of these movies makes you think about your past, who your past love was, and then so they wind up meeting up again while they're with other people. I'm like, all these movies, and I'm snapping how the devil is using these movies to make married people, they're married, but all of a sudden start thinking of your ex or whoever you were with before your husband now. And the devil plays with you. Oh, your life was better with your ex. Start looking. And I've seen, man, I'm telling you, I've seen firsthand people that were in marriages get on that computer, totally leave their husband for a high school love so many years ago, get with and wind up thinking that was the best thing ever, get back with that high school love, didn't realize over the years that person turned into, and it wasn't what they thought, and wind up splitting up with that guy. And I'm talking, I seen this. I said, you see how the devil works. He makes you believe that your past was better. You see, and that's what I mean. And through the movies and through music, but right now I'm speaking on the movie. So I seen this, and then totally divorced their husband, get with their high school love, split with that dude, and now a total relationship with somebody else. You see, thinking that the past was better. See, not realizing it was Jesus that's going to complete your home, not high school love, not an ex love, not it's Jesus needs to be your love. See, and as I'm watching all these movies, I'm watching the devil in these movies. Because like I said, some people are like, oh, you're taking this stuff. No, every single one. I'm not. I really haven't seen one, and I stopped watching them anyway. This was years ago, but I'm saying the Lord just giving me messages. Then I'm speaking on them now. After a while, I said, man, I'm done watching this trash. I said, because every relationship, they mess around with each other. They go sleep with other people. And then while they're with those other people, they're sleeping with each other. I said, that ain't love. I said, because I was telling my wife, I said, real love doesn't want a person to defile themselves with two people at the same time. Meaning you're sleeping with your husband and you're sleeping with this other man, and vice versa. You're sleeping with your wife. You're coming back with this other woman. You're defiling. That's not, because I got sense now. I said, a man who really loves a woman don't want two men laying down with her. Like, it ain't at the same time, but she goes and lays with one man, comes back with this other man. I said, do you know these things where the devil is playing with us? He's making people believe that your past was better and you're missing who you should have got with. I'm watching all this stuff. And then we got our kids watching it, our wives, our husbands. Like I said, it goes vice versa. Other movies where these gangster movies I see where these dudes, in other words, if I can just get back my old life, I was doing this, I was doing that. No, it's a lie from the devil. Because believe me, I had in man's eyes, I had power, money, could do whatever I want, females, whatever. And I don't want that, nothing to do with that life. No way. See, because I've come and grown that Jesus is the answer, not no ex-girlfriend, not no old life, not no money, not anything. You see, and this is how the devil works. He brings these movies into your home. They're PG. Now, like I said in another video, PG-13 is rated X. I said, they're saying 13-year-olds are supposed to be able to watch this? That's why I quit. I said, nah, I ain't watching this no more. So yeah, I saw a few in the beginning thinking I'm going to do, wife time, lovey-dovey. Because like I said, before I got saved, I cared less. There wasn't no, trying to be good or nah. I'm off in the streets selling drugs, running around. So I started trying to watch these movies with my wife. I said, oh, no. I said, man, I saw a few, 1, 2. I said, oh, you know what? I'm realizing where this stuff is leading to. And I said, man, it always makes you think your ex. You're sitting down with your wife now or whoever you're sitting down with. But the movies always go back to who you were with before you were with whoever you're sitting down watching the movie with. See what I mean? And so I said, oh, no, man. I said, the devil's playing with us. Because guess what? There's Christian people who are watching these movies and think they're going to find their love in the past, or instead of just going with Jesus, and Jesus has everything under control. You see, this is the movies, music. Like I said, the music industry, same thing, under demonic influence. Those movies are under demonic influence. How can you lay down with two men? How can one man lay down with two women? See, it's filthy. It's nasty. God has a specific person for you, or if you're married right now, that's who your person with. See, this is why this music and the movies always make you think of somebody else. That's what the movie shows. In other words, it's saying the relationship you're in right now is not good and it can't be fixed. Go defile yourself with somebody else. That's basically overall, or your first love, or there was a love you lost, and your life can get better if you find it. No, the devil, that's what I'm saying. And then when you speak up against it, they say, oh, this man is crazy. That movie was nice. It was a good movie. And it was, this is why you got so many foolery going on in relationships. This is why I saw it in the church. People messing around in the church. Now I understand that the spirits and stuff behind it, what you watch, what you do, like I said, stories, novellas, all that, they have an influence. Everybody said, no, they don't. Yes, they do. They got an influence. There's a spirit behind of what you're allowing on your TV to come in your house. And so music, everybody, oh, music ain't got, man, I have seen music do some stuff. Like I said, I used to sit in country bars just listening to country music. But I listen to everything. I listen to rap, dope dealing. I told you one of the ones that I was listening to that song in prison. I had stopped, but I said, man, okay, I'm gonna do it one more time, listening to this music. Everything he was talking about, I did it. Not only that, I did it bigger because, like I said, they were just lying. They rap. They're not living that life. They're rappers. They're not doing what they're saying. And so I'm in federal prison, connected with bigger people. I'm what this guy is saying. I'm living it. And I said, you know what? One more time, just that song, I kept hearing it. And now I know it was the spirits that just kept talking to me, demonic spirit. I said, yeah, and I made up my mind. I'm going to do it. And like I said, the enemy knows who they're dealing with. They know that when somebody makes up their mind, they're going to do it. This is why even the Lord had to give my family members dreams, or, hey, you got longer time in prison, because God knows who you are too. And when I had made up my mind, like on that other video, Visions, Dreams, and Prophecies, I had made up my mind to go get somebody. I made it up. The Lord gave that dream to my dad. Hey, your son's about to do some real time because he's about to get in some serious trouble. And that's how the devil, he knows who you are. He knows how to study. He knows how to get you out of your character. He knows if it's another woman or another man or fighting. And mine had a lot to do with violence. That's what I said. I know what it is to be angry. Now I'm this man now. Because he would throw violent situations at me that would make me react, and I want to start fighting. And don't get me wrong, yeah, there's all kinds of alcohol and friends, but that's what I'm saying. The enemy studies you. He knows who you are. See, but the thing is, as long as Jesus, that's what I'm saying, you stand in Jesus, you ain't got to worry. But I'm just giving you facts. The enemy knows how to come at you. And whether it be an ex-love, or you think you're not being loved at home, and that's what I'm saying, these movies and these songs. Now, that's what I said, I was on these songs of how I used to drink myself away listening to, that's what I said, a lot of people are going to get offended. Oh, country, ain't no country, it's a down home, talking about on the farm, that's that good old, I said, man, I left a lot of my liver in the bars. Because I used to sit there and listen to that country music of, I lost my kids and I lost my girl and I'm no good, but I'll show them because I'll drink myself away. He stopped loving her today. Talking about a man who wound up killing himself drinking over a woman. And now she's going to know that he really loved her. Come on, man. This guy wasted his life. And I know these songs, as I said, when I got saved, I used to think they were the greatest songs in the world. But when I got saved, the Lord said, do you see how the enemy used these songs for you to kill yourself? Not only you, there is many people across the world listening to music in these bars and just drinking themselves away, thinking that they're doing something good by hearing these songs, and it's the devil the whole time behind them saying, "Oh yeah, they're gonna know how sorry you were. They're gonna know." Because I already know I lived this life, everything. And now that I'm saved, the Lord's letting me know, man, these songs were killing you. You know, there was the influence. There's demonic spirits behind the music, and that's what I said. That's why I said this movies, music in your past. The enemy kept bringing up my past, but this time he was making me think my past was better, so I would get in another relationship, still worried about old relationship, which I had no business in no relationships. But don't forget, I'm living in the world, so I can't have a new relationship because I'm too busy worried about the old relationship, and I'm in a whole mess again. You see, and that's what I'm saying. With these music and these movies do. They throw you in a whole, and that's what I'm saying. If you're not, when you're not with God, you're already thrown up. But I'm telling you, there's Christians watching this stuff and start to get drawn away after old flames, old lusts, their mind is on other people that they have no business. Yeah, the enemies try to throw, I said, man, you lying devil, get out of here. I know who the Lord picked for me. I know who my wife is. The Lord has given me my wife. Yeah, I've had the enemy try to throw old past. You lying, get out of here. I said, the relation was horrible when I was in it. I said, that's why it's over. I said, see, but I don't call nobody horrible. My past, nothing. I pray for people because I blame a lot on me. I say, Lord, fix what I've broken. Forgive me for relationships I've been in that I destroyed. So I pray for people. Now, I'm not calling whoever I knew before nothing bad. I was bad. So who am I to say anything about anything else? What I'm saying is the relationship, when I mean the environment, the stuff that spawned from it was bad. I'm like, but not the person themselves. No, because we were under demonic influence, you see. And so that's what I'm saying is watch what you, forget your past. As I said, you've been death. You have been crucified with Christ. You see, that's what I'm saying. Your past has been your death, burial, and resurrection. You see, and that's why you got to just watch what you watch. That's what I said. Movies and music in your past. And that's what I'm saying. These songs and these movies always makes you think that your past life was better than what you got now. And that's a lie, you see. The Lord has you in this relationship. If you're married, that's your relationship. But the Lord can restore and fix it. And it can become a new relationship that you've never thought you could ever have. And like I said, I don't care what anybody's been through. Me and my wife been through some stuff. And I don't come home kicking the dog, as people say, oh, angry. Because, there's people, like in my old life, when I wasn't saved, I used to come home angry. Man, with this woman, I know. God took all that away from me. Because guess what? Who was I to be saying anything about anybody? Look at me. But you don't see yourself. You can see the other person, but you can't see yourself. Yeah, that's how the enemy works. But anyway, so when I would get alone and I said, Christina, this movies, this music, it's all trash, and I said, I ain't watching this no more. And I had to explain to her, and she understands. Oh, yeah. I said, man, it always takes you to your ex. Your life is better with somebody else. I said, me and you are here together now. Why do we want to think about exes, other people? I said, you see, so understand the devil's working through these movies, music, and your past, you see. So this is why, there's evil, demonic spirits behind the movies and the music. Like I said, the music, I used to drink myself away in bars, listening to the music, listening to what it was saying. Now I know it was demonic spirits getting over me that would make me sad. And they would say, another beer make you feel better. Yeah, And the more I drank, the worse I felt. But I kept trying to drink. Next thing you know, it's swollen liver. I can't even walk out of the place. Got DWIs, waking up in the back of the car. That's what I'm saying. Waking up in the front yard. That's what I'm saying. The enemy was trying to kill me, and he's trying to kill you. And that's what I'm saying is he'll do it subtly. You think a movie, oh, no, this guy's taking it too far with movies and music. I'm not selling drugs or shooting, doing drive-bys. The enemy can use his music and these movies to kill you, because now I know people and heard of people who got off in these bad relationships, wind up catching stuff and dying from the diseases. See, that's what I'm saying. They weren't off doing drive-by, but wound up dying, you see. And then a spiritual death. I heard of spiritual deaths where people just left a good situation thinking they were going to get in a, didn't realize how good their situation was. You see, it's like I go back to the tree. The enemy made Eve and Adam look at one tree, which was nice, but it didn't look at the whole. And what the devil do is he'll make you think the relationship you're in is just so horrible. They can point out a few bad things, but don't see nothing in themselves. And just see how terrible it is. And the devil will say, oh, see, but your past or whatever is better for you. And they go run off in that. It's 100 times where they don't even realize how great they had it and get crushed. And that's what I'm saying. Spiritual death over there. They realize, man, I messed up, you see. And then it causes drama. That's what I'm saying. Whenever we do something, it don't only affect us. It affects all our loved ones around us. See, so understand, people will say, oh, this guy is just out of his head. He's taking it too serious. I'm telling you, it's a subtle. These movies, music in our past, the devil can take it and twist it and tear up our future. See, so understand to be careful with the movies, the music in your past.